Okay, thank you. Welcome everyone to the Wednesday, June 11th caucus and work session of the Albany Common Council. With that, I would ask Mr. Jimenez to please call the roll.
Adams, Anane, Ballard,
Here.
Clark, Conti,
Here.
Farrell, Flynn, Frederick, Hoey,
Here.
Johnson,
Present.
Keegan, Kimbrough,
Here.
Love, Robinson, Zamer.
Here.
We are joined by Councilmember Frederick, 7 present. We're also joined by City Clerk Shaniqua Jackson, Deputy Corporation Counsel Brett Williams, Legislative Director Brian Jimenez, and Junior Policy Analyst Alyssa Kamara, as well as Robert and Carly, our 2 new employees, currently on Zoom.
Okay, we're good? All right, moving right along. We don't have a whole lot on the agenda, but what we'll do is we'll start with the folks from Capitalize Albany to go through the 2025 consolidated funding applications. Just please step up.
All right, good evening. I'm Kaylee Hogan-Schnittker, Senior Economic Developer at Capitalize Albany Corporation. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to address the council tonight. I'm here to provide an overview of the consolidated funding application, CFA process, and we'll do my best to be brief. As we have in the past, Capitalize Albany will act as the local liaison for projects pursuing CFAs. We manage and facilitate a large number of applications annually, many of which receive well-deserved funding.
That's on, you're fine.
Oh, okay, thank you. We will be holding a technical assistance workshop in partnership with Empire State Development next Wednesday, June 18th from 3 to 5. That will be hosted by the Albany Black Chamber of Commerce. Just a quick rundown of the basics of your CFA. As a reminder, CFAs are submitted through the Central Application Portal for state grants. The portal is open year-round. For example, other ESD capital programs are rolling, but what we refer to as CFA Round 15 is the annual push for many of the state's economic development grant opportunities. And the deadline for those that application process is July 31st at 4 p.m. An application will be more competitive if proposed projects further both statewide and the regional economic development strategies. The statewide strategies include placemaking, workforce, tradable sectors, and innovation. And the regional strategies include people, place, innovate, and grow. There are detailed information about these strategies on the website, as well as on our website, as well as on the REDC website. And I have a few hard copies here as well if anyone would like one, but I believe you may have received prior to the meeting. Our role is when someone wants to explore a potential project, we are that local resource center to contact. So we serve as that coordinator for the CFA process here in Albany. Some of the programs do require municipal resolutions and letters of support, and we help support those requests. We also provide technical assistance, as I mentioned, our workshop on applications to city departments, private businesses, and other community organizations. Oftentimes, we are also a direct applicant on specific projects that align with our mission. If an applicant is seeking a municipal resolution and letter of support from the mayor's office, we do have a required project intake form. That form can be found on our website, as well as an overview, again, of those statewide and regional economic development strategies. Before I conclude, I do just want to list a few of those important dates again. So on June 26th is the project intake form will be due to Capitalize Albany at 5 p.m. And then July 16th, we'll be back here for the next caucus meeting for presentation of applications that are requiring resolutions. And then following on July 21st, we will be back for the Common Council meeting to vote on those resolutions. And then July 31st is that 4 p.m. deadline for your application, and then scoring will happen by the regional councils throughout the fall, and awards should be announced in the end of the year, in the winter. Any questions?
Anyone have any questions? If we come up with them, we'll forward them through Brian.
Perfect. If
to you guys. Thank you.
Perfect.
very
You
much.
can also email development@capitalizealbany.com. Thanks.
Okay. All right, continuing into our agenda, I'll be offering the June 5th meeting minutes for approval. You'll receive those before the meeting, so you have a chance to review them.
Kelly, before we jump into the agenda, do you want to have the new staff members introduce themselves for council?
One more time?
Do you want to have the two new staff members that we're bringing on board? They're on Zoom. Do you want to have them introduce themselves?
Yeah, where?
They're on,
Oh, yeah.
they're on
Garrett.
Zoom.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, we have our new research council as well as our junior legislative aide.
Yes.
On Zoom, you guys have their resumes in front of you. They also went out an email today for you all to have. So can we just, we'll start with Research Council. We'll start just the introduction to yourself. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Are you able to hear me okay?
Yeah, we can. Just an introduction to yourself and why you're interested in the position, and members will maybe ask you questions. But just introduce yourself, basically.
Great. I'm Robert Wenner. I'm from Utica originally, grew up in the Utica area, then did undergrad on Long Island at Stony Brook, majored in philosophy and political science, minored in creative writing and English, then went to the University of Pennsylvania for law school, where I did a couple different internships and externships. I worked with a public defender's office. It was actually summers during undergrad, and then at UPenn, worked with a consumer bankruptcy assistance project, doing some public interest work, working directly with clients that were looking to declare bankruptcy, and then did work with the National Justice Impact Bar Association for a summer. The summer between my 2L and 3L years, I interned with Morgan Lewis, where I was given an offer to join their corporate and business transactions team in New York City. That's where I am now. I've joined Morgan Lewis after graduating and taking the bar. So that was October 2023, and worked mostly as a generalist across different corporate projects. Did a lot of general M&A, a lot of private equity M&A, some various capital markets, transactional and compliance side work, and then less experience in some things like real estate and some renewable energy stuff. Built up a pretty big pro bono practice, largely around immigration, mostly asylum cases, with some housing work and some corporate compliance, some corporate governance pro bono stuff for not-for-profits. M&A was never really the long-term plan, and I think I thought I was going to be a New York City guy and found that I really wasn't. So I'm looking forward to moving a little bit closer to home. We'll be moving July 1st to Albany, and I'm excited to be joining the team. I think that working for the city is going to be a much more fulfilling kind of work than working for mostly private equity firms, general counsel's offices. I'm looking forward to, FaceTime with the people that I'm going to be working with and solving problems for people that seem to have more tangible real-world implications, I think.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Winter. Does anyone have any questions for him? You can certainly ask him once he gets here. So we'll do that. Thank you, Mr. Winter, for that. Now we'll move on to Ms. Johnson. Tell us.
Hi, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Hi, so yes, I have accepted the position to be a junior legislative aide. I'm very excited for this position because I do feel like this is a great way to walk into the door and see kind of what Robert said, firsthand problems, and kind of be able to join the community in a medium scale, not horribly large scale, but like not too small scale either, where not a lot is being accomplished, but like exciting things are being accomplished and day-to-day things. I'm very excited to see how legislative takes place. I did my undergrad at Dickinson College. I majored in both French and international studies, and I did an editorial internship while I was there for the Hudson Valley Magazine, as well as a research assistant position with the economic department for looking at long-term effects on scarcity in terms of food scarcity in like Africa and other neighboring countries around the African region. And then I also, when I graduated, I did another internship focusing on renewable energy and working with NGOs. And I do kind of like that day-to-day aspect. I like getting to work with a small team and getting to know everyone very well. And that's why I'm very excited for this position. Right now I'm living in Hyde Park, New York, like right around Poughkeepsie, Rhinebeck area. And I've been working as like a waitress for the most part. And I'm definitely getting ready to let that side of me take a step back, I would say, and work for a more structured and fulfilling job.
Okay. Thank you. Welcome to you both, and look forward to working with you, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks. Thank you. No one had questions, right? So, okay, thanks. All right, moving along in the agenda. This will be quick. No local laws. So we'll skip through that. Under ordinances introduced, we have an ordinance by Mr. Flynn, ordinance 86225. So ordinance amending Article 1, Chapter 313, to do with solid waste and clarifying household refuse collection and enforcement. That's Mr. Flynn and Ms. Samer. That will be a referral to the Council's General Services Committee for that ordinance. The rest of the ordinances are held. And moving on to resolutions. The resolutions introduced, mine is the first, 626225R. It's a resolution of the council authorizing the Albany Parking Authority to lease a portion of 45 Leonard Street from Leonard Street Properties. That's going to refer to planning, going to be a referral to the Planning Committee. Then next, by Ms. Farrell, we've got Resolution 636225R. It's a resolution of the Common Council adopting the 2025 Albany County Hazard Mitigation Plan update. That is going to be a referral to the Council's Public Safety Committee. Yes. Then next, we have a resolution by Ms. Zamer. It's Resolution 646225R. It's a resolution of council approving retroactive real property tax exemptions for certain parcels owned by Congregation Ohav Shalom. That's a referral to finance. Then okay, so the next resolution by Mr. Adams, 656225R, it's a resolution of the Common Council declaring week of June 16th through, June 16th, 2025 to be Black Restaurant Week. I think when we did this last year, we were all co-sponsors, so can you do that there? And then next, resolution by Mr. Anani's, resolution 66, 62, 25R, resolution of council recognizing June 19th, 2025 as Juneteenth Independence Day. Again, we're all previously co-sponsors on this, so can we continue that? And that is it for the agenda.
We will also have Commissioner Deeds going out as well.
Okay. Okay.
Kelly?
Mr. Hoey?
Yeah, I know Robert said he was going to start July 1st. When's Carly going to start?
What is what?
Carly gonna start?
Carly's scheduled to start July 2nd, and Robert's going to start July 14th. He said he was moving up here July 2nd.
Got it. Thank you.
Any further questions?
Yeah, I got a fast one. Jack Flynn's ordinance, does anybody know, like, I mean, it's kind of, do we know what it's about? Does Brian, do you know what the legislation?
That came directly from DGS.
Yeah, it had to do with, like, wrapping up mattresses. It's the way people put stuff out, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's
rules
cleaning
around
up a
that.
few different aspects of solid waste collection. Part of it was, the council had gone through last year or the year before and passed legislation regarding curbside collection of mattresses. I think this is adding to a few sections that were relevant to that but didn't get covered in that previous legislation. It's adjusting the fine structure. There are a few other aspects of the legislation as well, but they're all made with regard to curbside collection at the request of the Department of General Services.
Yeah.
It's just funny because tonight's garbage night up in the 15th ward, and my wife has a big mattress. Her mother passed away. And she didn't know whether to put it out or not. So is something like that, you got to call in first to get it picked up? Or
And, yeah, and you have to put a bag around, it has to be wrapped, and that's,
oh, in a special bag.
yeah, they sell, yeah, I think Walmart sells it, and I think the city made it.
I'm glad I'm bringing it up. Thank you.
Yeah. And the thing is that stuff it's in the ordinance. If you read through it, it's there.
You can contact DGS. They also have the special bags, and they'll schedule a pickup for you.
Yeah. So with that, well, Ms. Frederick?
Yeah, I just wanted to note that particularly in my neighborhood as well as on Central Avenue, there has been increased actions made by ICE recently, and so I'm sharing that the Capital Region Sanctuary Coalition has been very active in terms of tracking this and trying to make people aware of what's happening. So I would look to them for resources. They are actively having volunteers out there just for visibility and also to try to understand what areas they're targeting, et cetera. So please connect with the Capital Region Sanctuary Coalition if you have any questions on that.
Okay, thank you. And where I know Central Avenue, but where in your ward?
Sorry, can you say that
Where
again?
in your ward are they?
Particularly around Hoffman Park, this is happening. So 2nd Ave, Delaware, Upper Whitehall, Southern Boulevard, there's been a few reports of individuals being detained by ICE.
Okay. All right. So with that, gotten through the agenda, we're all set. We're adjourned.